Hello, I'm ArchieLuxury and welcome to the program. And today I'd like to show you one of the rarest, most desired sports watches of all time. What watch am I talking about? I'm talking about a plastic Rolex Daytona. Why do I say plastic? Well, it's to do with the glass, the crystal. This is a plexiglass type glass on it. It's not a sapphire, and this here is one of the classics in the Rolex range. This here is a very, very rare piece indeed. It's this is what they call a 6263 Rolex Daytona in steel. It's probably one of the most lusted after vintage Rolexes of all time. Absolutely stunning condition. Beautiful original dial on this piece here, and it's just, I don't know what to say, it's very, very contemporary. It feels small compared to the modern Daytonas because it's not as fat as the current Daytona series, and it also sports a 19mm bracelet, so it's kind of smaller, but I'd love to have one of these on my wrist. Absolutely love to have one of these on my wrist, the Rolex Vintage Daytona. And I very, very graciously was able to film this piece here. A good person I met in Bangkok, actually, at Bangkok. I was at a Bangkok whiskey and watches function, and an elderly gentleman from America had this piece. And it's just amazing, absolutely stunning piece. And what can you say? This is the probably the most desired sports Rolex of all time. They weren't that popular in the day, but hugely popular now. And it's one of these things. It's what is this watch itself? 6263 uses a Valjoux 727 movement. That's right, a Valjoux movement, what we'd call an ETA type movement. Yes, Rolex used a Valjoux movement. Manual wind. It's a chronograph, 3-reg chronograph, and it's just an iconic classic watch there. I mean, this is probably the ultimate in collectible Rolex watches. Worth a pretty penny. And I think it's just a gorgeous piece. I'd really, I've owned quite a lot of vintage Rolexes over time, but I've never owned a 6263 like this. That's for sure. And I just think it's gorgeous. See, this was out at the same time when the Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. This watch is worth a hell of a lot more than an Omega, but that's not because it's so much better. It's more to do with the fact that it's a lot fewer of these were made. It wasn't really a popular model at the time. It's a bit like the Rolex Milgauss. They weren't very popular at the time, but over time they have really the collectible market has exploded for these things. And it's just an amazing thing to have one of these in your hands. The awe of just seeing one of these beautiful vintage Rolexes in absolute amazing condition. You don't see many like this. Let me give you the drum. And I'm very honored on the ArchieLuxury channel to be able to present this caliber of watch. And although I'm reviewing affordable watches as well now, I still have a respect for highly collectible vintage watches, current model high horology, and that's not changing on this channel. I'm going to treat all watches with an equal footing. So there you go, a vintage Rolex chronograph. What do you think? The Daytona, the Rolex Daytona 6263. I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you think of that.